Yes, you already know that Tom Jones is in his 80s, and that there have been a lot of lies about his health. You must have wondered what the legend plans to do with his huge fortune, especially since he has a troubled relationship with one of his kids. Some of these rumors are thought to be false. Let's start. You may have heard that Tom passed out at a show in Budapest. His statement was that he wasn't sick, which is why the show wasn't happening as planned. The legend really is still going strong. You could even say that he is getting stronger as he gets older. He just recently announced the plans of his North American tour in 2024, which got a lot of fans very excited. Why don't they want to be? Tom has been amazing people all over the world with his amazing acts for a long time. His stage personality and charm made him famous all over the world, and his shows were always sold out. He can and has moved many people with his singing as a singer. Tom has clearly had a lot of good luck in his long life. We now know a lot more about the man after looking more closely at his life. People all over the world were moved by this man, but he lost the people he loved the most. Tom's journey started in Pontypridd, Wales, a mining town where he lived with his parents, Ernest Jones and Thomas Woodward. Their working-class town was shaped by coal mining, which changed the society of the area. He raised a family with the money he made as a coal worker, which was not much. The family came from a working-class background, but the kids were taught to be proud of their English and Welsh roots. In addition, it made them feel good about themselves. This is why Tom was proud of his singing skills. He started singing when he was young. He often sang in his school choir at family parties and at weddings. But Tom, who was 12 years old at the time, soon had a major health problem that made him afraid to play music. Tom had to fight tuberculosis for almost 2 years. He told me about what happened. I spent 2 years in bed getting better. It was the worst time of my life. But Tom was able to make the worst of things work out for his own good. During this time, music helped him feel better, and worked on making his speech sound truly magical. People would love him one day because he found the voice for it. But before Tom's singing career took off, he married Melinda Rose Linda Trenchard, the girl he liked in high school, when he was 16. She was the same age. They got married quickly because she got pregnant, and their son Mark was born soon after the wedding. Tom had many jobs to support his young family. He worked in building and at a glove factory, among others. The fact that Tom had to work didn't change his interest in music. He became the lead singer of the Welsh beat group Tommy Scott and the Senators in 1963. That was a great sound. His voice is often called a powerful and rich baritone. Tom said that his voice was a tenor when he was younger. "When I was young, I could hit a top C," he said. "Now it's a B flat. You gain what you lose in the higher range when you go down." In a short time, Tom's band had a lot of fans and a good name in South Wales. The next year, they worked with producer Joe Meek to make a few songs. Meek then tried to get them a record deal. The songs did not do very well though. Later that year, Peter Sullivan, a director for Decca Records, saw the group playing at a club. He put them in touch with boss Phil Solomon. But their work together was short, and didn't lead to any big chances at the time. The group kept playing at different places in South Wales. This is when Tom met Gordon Mills. Mills became Tom's boss, and took him to London, where he worked in the music business. Mills changed his name to Tom Jones to take advantage of the success of the movie with the same name that won an Oscar. Tom got a recording deal with Decca Records with Mills' help. When his first single, Chills and Fever, came out, it didn't get much press. But his next song, It's Not Unusual, was a worldwide hit, in part because of how much the pirate radio station Radio Caroline played it. Tom's life had changed in 1965. He was seen as one of the most important people in the British attack. His hit song, It's Not Unusual, went straight to #1 in the UK early that year, and got into the top 10 in the US, which made him famous all over the world. He met Elvis Presley for the first time at Paramount Studios in Hollywood, which he will never forget. Elvis came up to him from a movie set and sang Tom's song With These Hands. The two famous musicians became close friends after meeting. Throughout the year, Tom's manager, Mills, got him roles singing theme songs for big movies. Some of these were the James Bond movie Thunderball and the song What's New Pussycat by Burt Bacharach and Hal David. At first, Tom wasn't sure about What's New Pussycat. He kept asking himself, "Why do they want me to sing this?" when he was first asked. But Bacharach talked him out of it by telling him that the strange song needed a strong voice like his to give it life. Tom agreed, and the song stays popular for a long time. Tom became a rising star when he won the Grammy Award for Best New Artist in 1966. But it looked like the sugar rush was over. Tom's early fame began to fade. In answer, Mills changed how people saw him. Tom got back to the top of the charts, thanks to The Plan. He had a lot of big hits during this time, like I'll Never Fall in Love Again, I'm Coming Home, and Delilah. All of these songs are now considered classics. These songs were #1 in the UK and the US, which helped him stay a big star around the world. The first time Tom played in Las Vegas was at the Flamingo Hotel. The way he dressed on stage, often with shirts that weren't buttoned all the way up and tight pants, became a signature part of his act. He eventually chose to focus more on live shows and clubs instead of making new songs, and Las Vegas became a regular place for him to go. From 2000 to 2010, he played there at least once a year. In the 1970s, Tom went on tour with the female singing groups Quiet Elegance and the Blossoms. They sang background vocals for him. He put out a number of hit songs during this time, such as She's a Lady Till and The Young New Mexican Puppeteer. But by the middle of the 1970s, his fame began to drop once more. Even so, his big comeback in 1976, with the #1 hit song, Say You'll Stay Until Tomorrow, made him very popular again. In addition to singing, Tom chose to try acting as well. He shared the lead role with Jennifer O'Neill in the David Winters-directed TV show London Bridge Special. Jones decided to work on the project because it would let him keep doing TV without having to deal with the demands of a regular show. After that, Tom's first role was as Raymond Gordon, a charming con artist living at a tropical vacation resort in the ABC TV movie Pleasure Cove. The movie was supposed to be the pilot for a new show, but the show didn't get picked up, leaving him and his co-stars, such as Constance Forsland, Tanya Roberts, and David Hasselhoff, behind. After getting hurt a little, Tom soon had a guest role on an episode of the TV show Fantasy Island as an accountant who wants to live as the famous English outlaw Dick Turpin. Tom quickly made it back to the top of the charts with the UK #2 hit A Boy From Nowhere. He then did a cover of Prince's song Kiss with the band Art of Noise. People in both the US and the UK really liked this form of Kiss. Kiss's music video was a big hit, and music stations like MTV and VH1 showed it a lot. Many people saw the video and liked the song. It even won the MTV Video Music Award for Breakthrough Video. This success gave Tom's career a boost, and he continued to attract new and old fans with his upbeat style and work with other artists. Tom Jones was also the star of a very popular international variety show called This Is Tom Jones, while he was making songs and acting in movies. The show, which was made by Associated Television, is said to have made him $9 million over its 3-year run. His fame grew around the world after it played on ITV in the UK and ABC in the US. Due to his great work on the show, he was even nominated for a Golden Globe for Best Actor in the 1970s. Later in the early 1980s, he was the host of a second comedy show called Tom Jones. It was filmed in Vancouver, Canada, and had 24 episodes. Tom's work on TV helped solidify his reputation as a world performer. But it wasn't all fun and games. There were legal issues over CF International's rights to later works by Tom, which led to ongoing problems over who owns and distributes his work from this time. In spite of this, Tom kept going. In 1989, he got a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. Once Tom got that big win, he worked with Van Morrison on the Dover Records record Carrying a Torch. Tom's version of Morrison's title track is on the record. Townhouse Studios in London was used to make some of the album, and Morrison wrote and produced 4 of the songs on it. The next year, Tom played at the famous Glastonbury Festival in the UK for the first time. This was a big moment in his career. He played himself in 2 popular American TV shows in 1993, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and The Simpsons. In the same year, Tom signed with Interscope Records and put out the album How to Swing It, which had the hit song If I Only Knew. Tom sang the song live at the MTV Europe Music Awards, where he was also the host. The song got to number 11 on the UK charts. Tom went back to movies, taking on the role of himself in Tim Burton's science fiction movie Mars Attacks. He also did a version of You Can Leave Your Hat On by Randy Newman for the movie The Full Monty. After that, in 1999, he put out an album called Reload, which had duets with many acts, such as the Cardigans, Natalie Imbruglia, Ceres Matthews, Van Morrison, Mousse T, Portishead, Stereophonics, and Robbie Williams. The album was #1 in the UK, and sold more than 4 million copies around the world. 5 of Reload's songs made it to the top 40 in the UK. Sex Bomb, one of the most popular songs, came out in early 2000 and went to #3 on the UK singles chart, making it the album's biggest hit. These accomplishments were a turning point in Tom's career, because they showed that he was still doing well in music, and helped him become more well-known in pop culture and on TV. Officer of the Order of the British Empire was given to him as a prize. Bill Clinton, who was President of the United States at the time, asked him to perform at the New Year's Eve events in Washington, D.C. on December 31, 1999. A Brit Award for Best British Male Artist was one of the many awards Tom won that year for his work. Also, the National Rugby League of Australia picked him as their voice, and he sang in an ad for the new season. Tom's record Mr. Jones came out soon after. It was produced by Haitian-American rapper Wyclef Jean in 2002. In the UK, the album and its first song, Tom Jones International, both made it to the top 40. Tom was given the Brit Award for Outstanding Contribution to Music the next year, which recognized his long-lasting impact on the music business. Tom went back to his village of Pontypridd to play a concert at Inisang Herod Park in honor of his upcoming 65th birthday. A crowd of about 20,000 people came to see him play in Pontypridd for the first time in almost 40 years. The BBC said that same year that Tom had the most money of any artist in Wales, with more than £150 million. Tom was still making songs though. Tom Jones and Australian pop singer John Farnham worked together to put out a live record called John Farnham and Tom Jones. Tom worked with Chicane, an electronic music artist, on the dance track Stoned in Love the next year. It got to #7 on the UK Songs chart. For his work in music, Tom was knighted by Queen Elizabeth II at Buckingham Palace in 2006. He was already an officer of the Order of the British Empire. Tom was happy when he was made a knight and said, "It's the beginning of something. Things get better over time. This is the best thing I've ever had. It's an amazing high feeling." After a few months, Sir Tom Jones played at Wembley Stadium during the concert for Diana, which was a memorial event for Princess Diana. He was joined on stage by Aerosmith's Joe Perry and soul singer Joss Stone. Together they sang some of Sir Tom's own songs. Even though Sir Tom was getting close to 70 years old, he was still doing more than 200 shows a year. To get the word out about his new record 24 Hours, he went on a world tour. The reason he made that choice at the time was that, to be honest, the fire is still in me. I want to be in the running. Not long after that, he was added to the Hit Parade Hall of Fame. To celebrate, he went to the top of the UK music charts 3 times with a cover of Islands in the Stream. Ruth Jones, Rob Brydon and Robin Gibb were with him. In the UK, that cover got to #1. This probably made the icon even more hungry, so he put out the record Praise and Blame. The record mostly had gospel and blues songs, with covers of Bob Dylan, John Lee Hooker, and Billy Joe Shaver songs, as well as songs by other artists, such as Booker T. Tom had sold more than 100 million songs by the end of 2010. He also made an appearance on American Idol, for the first time ever after the top 13 contestants sang a mix of his songs. He quickly became better known for his job as a teacher on The Voice UK, a BBC talent show. He worked with Will.i.am Jessie J and Danny O'Donoghue. As if there was any question, he also helped Leanne Mitchell win the first season of the show. For the next few years, he came back as a coach, but in August 2015, it was reported that his contract would not be renewed, and Boy George would take his place. He did, however, criticize the BBC for not asking him about the choice, and only telling him about it 24 hours before it was made public. He came back to The Voice as a coach for the 6th season in 2017. You won't believe it, but Sir Tom was still going on summer tours. The one that was supposed to happen in 2018 had to be scrapped because someone got sick or the weather was bad. But this tale wasn't going away. He revealed in January 2021 that his 4th covers album Surrounded by Time would be coming out. Ethan Johns produced it. He also put out a new song, which was a cover of Todd Snider's Talking Reality Television Blues. The next year, he played with the band Stereophonics at the Principality Stadium in Cardiff. Their show on Saturday was shown live on BBC Two. During his lifetime, the icon has lost things that no amount of success can make up for. The king of rock and roll was a good friend. When they met for the first time in 1965, they quickly became close because they both loved music and were having trouble with fame. Elvis was so moved by Tom's shows that he chose to go back to doing live shows. Sad to say, their bond ended in a terrible way when Elvis died in 1997. The worst part then came. Because Linda died of cancer on April 10, 2016, Sir Tom was no longer married to her. They were married on March 2, 1957. Even before he became famous, Linda was always there for her husband every step of the way. But as you might expect, success hurt their marriage. As Tom became famous, he had a lot of relationships and flings. At the height of his fame, he said he slept with up to 250 women a year. He was dating some famous people in the US, like singer Mary Wilson, TV host Charlotte Laws, and former Miss World Marjorie Wallace. Cassandra Peterson, who is famous for playing Elvira, said that she lost her virginity to Tom. She said it was painful and horrible, and she even needed stitches afterward. However, Tom's short relationship with model Catherine Berkery, who later found out she was pregnant, was likely the one that hurt him the most. This took place in the US while they were on tour, and led to a court case and DNA tests. Finally, a US court said that Tom was the father of Berkery's kid. At first, Tom denied this, but later he changed his mind. Even after he finally accepted that Jonathan Berkery was his son, he said he didn't want to meet him. But Linda stuck by Tom no matter what he did wrong. They were in a troubled relationship for almost 60 years before she died in 2016. Because she died, Tom was very sad. After she died, he sold their Los Angeles home and most of the things that were in it, keeping only a few special pictures. After that, he moved into a flat in London, which was Linda's wish before she died. It was said that Tom was seeing Elvis's ex-wife Priscilla Presley a year after Linda died. People thought they were dating because they were seen together a lot, like at restaurants or Jeff Franklin's house. But in 2021, Tom told Priscilla that he had known each other since the 1960s and liked spending time with each other. After singing I Won't Crumble With You If You Fall the next year, in 2022, he talked about what the song meant to him. He said, "My wife has lung cancer and is dying. Everything was always fixed, and I could help her with anything. She told me, 'You can't fall apart with me, don't fall with me right now. You've done all that you could. This is what you need to do. Keep going.'" Wow, I felt like this song was written just for this moment when I heard it. That song is lovely. Linda died 8 years ago. Also, Sir Tom Jones, who is 84 years old now, just put out a special edition of his #1 record, Surrounded by Time, called the Hourglass Edition. It has an exclusive interview, 2 new songs, and 4 live concert acts. He just got back from his 2024 Ages and Stages tour, and he thanked all of his fans who came to his shows this summer in the UK and Europe. He also took part in the Festival of Remembrance put on by the Royal British Legion to honor soldiers. He is a teacher on The Voice UK right now. Sir Tom Jones's life shows how to be strong, passionate, and always strive for greatness. He started out poor in a working-class Welsh town and worked his way up to become a worldwide singing star. For his hard work, he now has a fortune of almost $500 million. His family is very proud that the icon is still going strong. His son Mark Jones and grandkids Alex and Emma are among them.